You removed your energy, you've pulled away, you're going no contact. You've either gone no contact or you're going no contact. But how are they feeling? How do they feel right now? Now that you've pulled your energy away, now that you've had enough, how do they feel right now? If you claim this reading, let me know. We've got charms on the table to give you connection to the reading. We've got Cancer, Pisces, Capricorn, Libra, Aries and Gemini. Some letters, a mermaid, food, a seashell, northern star. So what do you need to know? You've removed your energy. How are they dealing with it? How do they feel about it? I'm going to do a 9-card spread based on how they're feeling. They didn't put the work in, did they? With the 8 of Pentacles reversed, they should have just put the work in and you'd still be there. The 3 of Swords, heartbroken. And it's just typical, isn't it? Like, they should have put the work in. They didn't even do the bare minimum. And they should have replied to your messages. They should have listened to you. They should have been putting in what they needed to put in. They should have been communicating with you. They should have been planning with you. And it feels like they just left everything up to you. And it feels like for quite a long time you were holding this connection together. And this person's only got themselves to blame. If they've fully lost you, they've only got themselves to blame. But this person likes a bit of a pity party. So they kind of like to go, oh, I've been abandoned. I don't know why. And it's because they're lazy. They didn't put the work in. They didn't communicate. They kept going ghost. They kept being taken for granted. And there's people that know this person that when they're acting all heartbroken and abandoned, the people that know them the best, they know the flaws that this person's got. They know that they don't do the things they're meant to do. And it's no shock to anyone else. So, right this very moment, the middle card for my 9-card spread's all about them. They're focusing on what could have been, what should have been. They're focusing on, oh, this person's infuriating. No wonder you're going no contact with them. They turn the charm on when they need to. They're suddenly like had their love radar turned on. They're like, where are you? What can I do to fix it? I'm going to communicate with you. I'm going to act like nothing's even happened. In a way of coming in, talking to you, like not really acknowledging that you've got no contact, but also they're fully aware that you have. And then we have this defensiveness. They're not taking any blame for this whatsoever. In their head, they're like, no, absolutely not. I'm not to blame for this. And it feels like there was plenty of times where you told them exactly how you felt and what you needed from them. And they're like, I can't hear it. I'm not listening to it. You're asking for too much. So behind them now is the 2 of Cups, which is your connection with them. But they just focus on, this person's a very negative person. Moving towards the future, they're not going to change with the Death card reversed. The Knight of Wands, they are suddenly going to take some action though. And then the Empress, just be careful because they're not going to change anytime soon. You pulling your energy away, it's making them go, okay, I need to fight for you. I want you. Don't chase them. The more you remove your energy and the more you detach from them, the more it's going to pull them in. Because they're just like, where are you? What are you doing? Well, I don't understand where you've gone. And they've got a lot of making up to do. But with the Death card reversed, there's a feeling here of, I'm not sure this person knows how to change. Because there was a point where they were showing up and they were showing their interest and they were taking part in this relationship. And then they went quiet and got lazy. And so will it just happen again? Is it this person's pattern and cycle of they show up, they do the things, and then they slowly lose interest or take you for granted? And how many times have you had this cycle with this person as well? You know, the chaser. I don't want to chase anymore. And that's your energy, isn't it? You don't want to chase them anymore. You want to be the Empress. You want to be the magnet. If they're meant to be with you, you want them to be by your side and being who you need them to be. But you don't just want them running around. You know, you want them Ego. I let my pride get in the way of our connection. And this is their ego, isn't it? They they're infuriating because they're a little bit arrogant with it as well. And they're like, why do I have to do all the work? I got you. I caught you. Why do I now have to maintain this relationship? And that don't wash with you, does it? You're just like, oh, all they had to do was take part. Confusion. I feel unclear about where we stand. They're going to be confused for a while. I feel they're going to come rushing in again to talk to you, to be like, where are you? And they're going to put the blame onto you a little bit. Not massively, but they're not going to take any accountability for themselves whatsoever. Let's pull a time oracle card. If this is your reading, let me know. Private readings are always available. If my readings are out of stock, they restock on a Thursday. But there's normally a couple left at the end of the week anyway. So I'm going to pull a timeline. I'm going to pull 3 cards for a timeline. What do you need to know? It kind of feels like when I'm feeling your energy, you're just rolling your eyes. You're like, oh, too little, too late. I'm not doing this with them again. The fall, which is autumn in the UK, October, November, way off into the future before they'll actually change. And then in the morning, oh, they're going to start sending you good morning messages again. Whatever they were doing at the beginning of getting you interested and getting you hooked and everything, they're going to start doing that again, but they're not going to be able to maintain it again. And you've already been here with this person. I'm going to pull from the Kipper deck. What do you need to know? What does the Kipper deck want you to know for you? Official person. You need someone who's a bit more of a grown-up. Unexpected income coming your way. That's really good. Pay rise or something. And a message of concern. It does feel like, I'm having this eye-rolling moment of you're going to hear from them and your eyes are just going to be like, oh my goodness, what do they want? You're going to see their notification drop down and you're going to be like, oh my goodness, really? Now? This minute now? And then they're going to turn the charm on. They're going to say the right things. You still fancy them a bit, though. There's still that attraction there. But there's that death card reversed, and it's a lack of being able to move forward. It's them. They've got such a negative thing in them that it's very hard for them to move forward. So with this Celtic cross, this is about you, for you. What do you need to know moving forward? You want a fresh start when it comes to love. This isn't about the connection. This is about you, because I want them to make themselves known in the Celtic cross if they're there. But you're wanting a fresh start. You have a lot to offer in a relationship. You have a lot of love. You were pulling the weight of this connection for ages. And wouldn't it be nice to have someone that's 50-50 where you could just sit back a little bit? Not too much, but a little bit. The 8 of Wands, you're going to have messages from this person. Feels at the moment they feel that there may be somebody else interested in you, and they come. But they are going to come in and they're going to make unrealistic offers. It's almost like listen to them if you want to, but take it with a pinch of salt. So around you both, I don't read around you moving forwards. I don't read reversals in my Celtic cross because it's all about the placement. But it did come out reversed, and it's like you don't want somebody who's making you put all of the effort in so they can take all of the effort out. You want someone who you mutually charge your batteries up together with. And I'm not convinced that person can be it. The path that you're on personally is to a really secure and loving relationship. And it's wonderful where 2 people receive so much from it. In the recent past for you is the Knight of Swords. And the Knights are this person. You're going to be hearing from them. And they're going to be playing dumb in a way of, I don't understand why you're pulled away from me. Or they're going to act like they haven't noticed. They have noticed. It's like the feeling I'm getting is, I don't know if you've got kids. I've got kids. My kids are adults now, but when they're little and they do something wrong and you kind of know they've done something wrong and you kind of deal with it, and then you go quiet on them for a bit, you know, um, and then they're like, they want to come and make it up to you. They're like, I'm sorry. But it's really childish kind of way, because they're seeking reassurance. They're seeking that we still love them, that the boundaries are still there, that we're still going to care for them and provide what they need. And this is this person. This is this person. They need a carer. They need a daycare person, and I don't mean that in like a bad way. They they're not a grown up to have a relationship with at the moment. They suck the life out of people, because there's such a negative side. They don't believe that they can do the things that other people do. They don't really understand relationships, and they need reassurance. They need to drain everyone else's energy. And this is why you've had to pull away, because you want someone where you're getting something back. Instead of getting all the nights of them going, I'm going to take action, I'm going to do the things, they fancy you, but then they don't follow through on it. In the opportunities to come is the Page of Rods, which is about loyalty, new messages. I feel that you're going to start getting on really quite well with somebody, and it's going to be very early days with them, and you could have a family with them if you wanted to, or pets or grandchildren or whatever, or your family welcome them and everything. There's a very natural flow of energy between that. But then there's remember to be loyal to you as well. Remember to be loyal to yourself. The secret underlying question: what plans am I going to make for the future? When we're at the Two of Wands, the whole world is out there. There's a whole world full of people. There's a whole world full of people who will give you the attention, who will take part in the relationship, who will make you feel amazing. But there's also people that make you feel terrible as well. But we have to disconnect from the people that make us feel terrible, especially when you've given them so much of a chance. The timing on this is a liberation, a moment of liberation, a moment of being set free. I feel you're going to be set free from the person that you're finally walking away from. Because even though you've pulled away at the moment, there's still this little bit of a question of, am I doing the right thing? Am I not? Should I just give them a bit of a chance? And this Tower is, no, you're moving on. The Knight of Cups. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Now, this is one of my favourite Wheel of Fortunes, and this is telling a story in itself. The moment the Tower happens for you, whereas your life is going to change in a very good way, they're going to be the Knight of Cups, which they've come out as the Knight of Cups already, which is them going, excuse me, where are you? I'm here. I love you. I care about you. I wanted something with you. But you're going to be like, celebrating with a new person and kicking this one out. Because you've got a king and a queen, and you've got a perfect relationship, and it's like, okay, I don't need this. But because this person is feeling that Tower moment, it really is right. Like, the moment you truly disconnect from the person that's wasted your time, they panic. They feel it. They want to know. But you've got someone very serious coming your way. Very, very serious coming your way. And they're going to make you really happy. And there's something about them that's going to make you feel like, oh my goodness, why did I not disconnect quicker from the other one? Yeah. So that's what I have for you. I'm going to wrap you in a massive bubble of protection and aim to take you anyway. Thank you so much for being here today. If you've made it to this point, put the word silver heart in the comments, or an emoji, and I will know that you've listened to the whole reading. Whether you're just listening because you like listening, or you took something positive from it, I wish you well. I'm going to wrap you in another bubble of protection, and I will see you soon.